depths of the dark web. Dark of the night.
O night of nights, night of 1,000 stars, and night crawlers.
The ultimate mystery, the ultimate question. What's inside this box? That's what we're going to answer tonight, folks. We've got this ancient box, and once this timer reaches 0, we're going to crack it like a walnut, and we're going to eat the pulp inside of it. Not literally, but we are going to find out what's in it.
It's great to be here with you tonight, Night Crawlers. I'm Alex Myers.
I'm Eric Yearwood.
Eric, we've got a whole evening of programming about this box. My theory, your theory. We have an expert who's going to call in. He's an expert of just mystery in general, Michael Short. And, I mean, of course, Nightcrawlers will be asking for and soliciting your predictions of what's in the box. I'm extremely excited in a way that's kind of not unsavory.
No, it's very savory. I find your enthusiasm sweet, even, and savory. Like a delicious pastry that you only would get in a foreign country.
Well, and that being said, let's get into some... First of all, Nightcrawlers, hello again.
Welcome.
And how did we find this box? I think we should share the story with everyone. So, Eric and I, we have a ritual on Thursdays, the day after the show. The night after the show, when we're fancy-free.
It's kind of our weekend. Because over the weekend, we do a lot of dark stuff. So we only get one day to kind of relax.
So it's the maximum. It's sort of like, even though we love doing the show, it's sort of like the day after church. You know what I mean? It's like
the pastor doesn't get to rest on Sunday.
Right.
So to speak.
So we're walking home from 7-Eleven. We've sort of filled up on half-price goods. It's 10:51, so they're a little under 10 minutes out from closing.
And we had a shopping bag full of taquitos and the little sausages that go around on those wheels under the hot lamp. So we're riding high.
And suddenly I feel scared. And it's the feeling you get when someone is watching you. And Eric says to me, someone is following us.
And the feeling I felt was scared, but like in sort of a thrilling way, like in being in a haunted house.
I knew that there was someone behind us. I knew. And Eric and I turn around at once, and like a rainbow that was made of moonlight, leading to something that was not gold, but is a box. This box was behind us in the moonlight.
That's right. It was sitting there. And it was caked in mud, or something like mud. And Alex and I, we knelt in front of it, and we started to sort of push the mud away, and right then it began to rain. Not hard, but like a light drizzle. And the mud was we were sort of wiping and washing it off. And we thought to ourselves, I whispered, I said, let's take it home.
Here we are. And we are certain that this was given to us for a reason. What's in the box? So I have a theory. I want to see what you guys have been saying. we heard it thumping like in Jumanji. It did. That was Dr. Watney's theory of how we found the box. It felt like that scene in the first Jumanji.
I have not seen Jumanji, but I can picture what you're talking about.
Yes, it felt like a scary, fucked up version of the scene in Jumanji, directed by
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. Now, and let me say this. I am extremely optimistic of what is in this box.
We are both just jazzed and pumped. I could just kind of almost squeeze the life out of this microphone because we are hopped up on optimism.
So I'm going to get right into... I feel like I want to get into my theory.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Please.
Is that fair? I'm so excited.
Right before you do, let's take a quick glance at the Nightcrawlers and just say hello to Ed Toast, the Hippie Steve, Translations Brewer 1215,
Tyler Cove, Dr. Watney, Short Mike Short.
Everybody's here. Welcome. Okay, Alex, tell us, what is your theory about what is in the box?
It's less of a theory and more of a, I know. I feel it. I know.
It says there's money.
There's money in it. I know that there's money in it. I know I'm correct.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. That, I mean,
I don't mean it. I hope so. I hope so, but in a way, I hoped so. I don't hope so.
What makes you so sure?
Because Eric, we have struggled for so long.
Right.
Fighting the battle. Getting ready, assembling an army of Nightcrawlers. It's like the Kiss army, but against ghosts and Dracula, which is a great idea. And we made it. And I had 2 kids and a wife. It was a nightmare. But we are here, and we fought, and something out there wants us to be so rich. There's so much money in this box that we will immediately become corrupt in a way that's kind of a reward to us. It's kind of like, guys, thanks for fighting. You can get a little corrupt. You can get absolutely corrupt for a little while. But then we will have the resources to build an army that will fight, and we will fight the final war against demons and ghosts and Dracula, and we will be victorious.
Well, you know what? Why your enthusiasm is infectious, and because there's that saying that says absolute power corrupts absolutely, but if you flip that, it's absolute corruption results in absolute power.
We're going to be really corrupt. And when I say corrupt, guys, we're taking you with us. We are going to be completely debauched. And because this is 2018, we will also be immortal. I'm sure the technology exists to be immortal now. So I
see you've got other signs. What do they say?
Well, here, hold on. So guys, so now that this money is here, I know that there's so much money. Just to be fair, there's got to be $50 trillion in here. I don't know what form it's in. But this is a big responsibility. What we have to do now, we have to be smart. We have to keep our heads. And the first thing we have to do is we have to launder all of it. Okay? We have to launder all of the money.
Why? I mean, I agree, but I also am just... I want to be able to tell the bank why.
Well, here's why.
Yeah.
Because it is so much money.
Right.
That first of all, I guess in one sense, you could say you don't have to launder it because we will be beyond the law. But in another sense, I would say that we should keep it safe. We should keep it safe.
Yeah.
Let's play it cool. All right. Let's go to step 2.
There's okay, he's getting another sign. What does that say? I'm God now. I was with you sort of on step 1, but I just want, just in a sort of an elevator pitch, tell me why step 1 leads to step 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as I was putting this list together, because it takes a little bit of time. It isn't like typing. It takes a little bit of time to, write out the words "I'm God now." So it's a little bit, it's not a super high stakes commitment, but you got to know that you mean that. Here's what I mean by that. We are beyond. There's. Some people say, Alex, how do you know that there's so much money in here that literally all existing nation states could do nothing to touch you or destroy you? Well, I just know. So, and here's the way I know. When some people go out to Hollywood and they're like, I know I'm going to make it. And then a couple years later, Brad Pitt. This is my Hollywood. I know there's money in there.
Let me ask you something.
And I'm just beyond. I'm beyond any and all constraint. I'm a Superman.
Are you in any kind of trouble?
No.
You're sure that you haven't been talking to those guys at the dog track?
Maybe I would have been in trouble a week ago. But what's in here? No, I don't have any problems anymore. Here's what I said. We're getting some questions here. I gotta finish this little list. We'll check in with the questions.
Okay, he's picking up the final placard here. It says the final
war begins now. Eric?
Yeah.
Do you... Could you film me for a second?
Film you? Yeah, sure.
Friends, I was once a regular man. I was once a regular Ghostbuster. I was just an ordinary guy who was trying to get by with his paranormal show, his comrades, his colleagues, and I was ready to give up everything for my beliefs, not knowing whether there was something on the other side. But lo and behold, there's so much money in a box that I found that I am ready to... You are all billionaires now. And we will... We have built an army. We will build an army together to fight Dracula and Slimer and Frankenstein and the xenomorph from Alien. And we will defeat them all. And we will all be so rich. It'll be like the Crusades. It'll be like Indiana Jones, but everyone is so fucking rich. It will be nuts. It will be nuts. And I am super excited about it. I'm just stoked. I'll tell you this, lunch is on me tomorrow. All right. Okay, so that's my theory on what's in the box.
Man, I hope you're right, because it's going to get really cold in my car this winter. And I mean, that's a stupid thing. That's a stupid thing to think, because what you're talking about is untold riches, which
it's going to be, going to be 1,000 caves from Aladdin.
It's hard to wrap my mind around. You know, my hope for what is inside the box is, well, I kind of have, I don't know what it is. It's a feeling, I guess, that, well, should we before I go on, I wanted to see what the Nightcrawlers had to say about what you had to say. They're saying a lot about your Crusades comment, and Ed Toast says that's a pretty sweet scenario, so he's definitely in.
Is this a cult? No, it's just an army of people who are rich beyond earthly understanding,
which is okay.
Yeah,
it's
here's the difference between this and a cult. We are so fucking rich.
Yeah.
All of us
everybody
are so rich because of this box. I can't wait to open it. 43 minutes and 15 seconds. We're going to be so rich.
Yeah.
Was that a State of the Union? Yeah, it was a State of the Union. Man.
Well, it would be a big bummer if there wasn't money in there, because there will be.
And yet, yeah, it's a fact.
But I have
if I had access to Wikipedia, I would write it in there. I'd say what's in the box, and it would be there. So
because it's a fact,
right? So what are your thoughts?
Well, I want to demonstrate this with a little artistic craftsmanship, and I kind of want to tell my story through sculpture. And this is kind of a silly, but I got some Play-Doh. I know that seems so lame. Alex, would you mind helping me by opening a couple of these?
Yeah, this is cool. It's not lame. I mean, first of all, I love your artsy craftiness. I think that's so fun.
Some people think I'm just a shithead because of it. And that's their words, not mine.
I know that you're not supposed to open plastic with your teeth, but I do.
Yeah.
It's just easier.
I mean, your teeth, what else are they good for? So my idea is like you mentioned, Alex, when we saw this thing in the road, we felt like there was a purpose behind it. We almost felt like someone or something wanted us to have it. And I kind of feel like there's someone inside the box. So I guess my hope and dream is that it's someone friendly. I mean, it just seems it would be so awesome if it was an entity in there that would be our friend eternally, that would never leave us, never complain, and never hurt us. And so I'm envisioning maybe, well, a creature in a way, and maybe a creature that is shaped something like this, vaguely humanoid, with 2 arms and 2 legs, and maybe a big nose. And I'm being a little vulnerable here, because some people might look at this and say, you're you are a bastard and you don't deserve to live. But I think it'd be so funny if it was a creature with a big nose like that, and if he had an eyeball right in the center of his head, like that, and yeah.
Wouldn't it be fun? In one sense, part of me is thinking this isn't as good as money. But another thing that would be good is if what was in there was just so funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if he lives in the box, okay, and then you know what else? And then guess who comes to open the box? Is this is going to be you, Alex. What do you think of that?
So, I see. This is us opening the box.
And again, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this if I was going to shoot guns at the range like we do sometimes, because they might, I don't know. What do you think that they would do to us if we were?
What do you think they would do to us if we showed up with at the gun range with just some Play-Doh and sort of sat on the ground and started sort of just like playing like children?
Yeah. And
I think they honestly, and this is sort of counterintuitive, but I think it's true. I think they would be afraid of us.
This is your cowboy hat here. This is you. And can you hold this because I have to make me now?
It's interesting that you're using green because it's just keying right out.
Right. I didn't even think of that. I was going to get this stuff called Sculpey, which is a much more, it's a much thicker thing. And this is going to be me. And so we are...
Get a good shot of that blue. There it is. I was thinking that like from a certain angle it might look more like a person, but it didn't.
So we were walking up and so this is the box.
Yeah.
And we're walking up and we're
is
like...
Is this tonight that this is going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're like, oh, it's the box. And then we're like, wee. And then we go into the...
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, I was going to...
We go into the box. And then who comes out? Our eternal friend. And his leg is injured, but he's... And then here's us...
what I like about this story is it's deceptively simple.
But look at this. Together in the astral plane, all three of us have a sort of psychic link, and we all join, the three of us, until we are forever enmeshed in a perfect union, and we will never leave and never hurt each other. So that's sort of a picture, I guess, of what I'm hoping for.
That was a scary turn at the end.
No, I mean, look, we are all swimming through sort of a spiritual ether, and it just depends on your definition of consciousness, your vision of what union with the great unknown looks like. It doesn't have to be scary, but I mean, I can understand if someone might see it that way. Anyways,
well, are we going to be are we literally going to be mashed together?
Yeah. Yes. So,
I feel like that's scary from every angle that I can think of it. Like every perspective that I think about it.
Yeah, but it's not though. So, thank you for sort of. That was sort of.
It was fun. It was mostly fun.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping.
Well, here's my read on it.
Yeah.
It's big. Don't judge it however you want. At home or in the history books. That's big.
Yeah.
That's a big thing to happen. To open a box and then meet a paranormal being, and then be mashed together afterwards.
Imagine this, just real quick. Imagine the movie Get Out.
Right.
Except instead of them, one of that family, it's like an eternal family.
Right. Spoiler alert. Big spoiler alert.
Well, instead of
If you
one,
haven't seen Get Out, get out.
yeah, imagine instead of one person, the old man's mind going into that boy's body. Imagine they all went into one person's body.
Yeah.
So that's just what
It's compelling. Hey, the guy from Key and Peele, take note. That's a good idea for a sequel. Part two. Well, I guess we're about to be tested as to whether we are right or wrong, even though I know I'm right. We have an expert on the line. Let's check in with our night crawlers.
Hello, Dr. Peter Parker is online.
Is it Peter Parker?
That's what he asked to be referred to as.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Hello, yes, hello.
Oh, hey, Dr. Peter Parker. I'm sorry I didn't.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of the Spider-Man game on PS4, so I'm just kind of in that mode,
Whatever makes you feel good, man. You know how I relate to that?
How's that?
Today at Best Buy, when I was at work, I wasn't supposed to sit on the floor in the DVD section, but you know what I did? I sat on the floor in the DVD section.
Yeah.
So if you want to be called Peter Parker, guess what?
Go
That's
for
cool.
it.
All right.
All right.
So what's up with the box, Peter?
Perhaps you could describe the box a little bit for me first.
Okay.
Paint me a picture with your words.
Well, it looks like mahogany, and it's aged to perfection.
One of our night crawlers pointed out earlier. There's metal sun-like ornaments in a regular pattern across the box,
and then the top is barrel-shaped, and the bottom is box-shaped, and the top has like a grid, a metal grid, and then those ornaments that Alex mentioned each ornament is inside one of the squares inside the grid.
Fantastic. So I spent a larger portion of my academic career studying boxes of all kinds, wood boxes, steel boxes, cardboard boxes. It's really amazing what you can just fit inside boxes. That's why I'm just so intrigued by them. But from what you've described, I think you have more of a chest than a box. So it's a bit tangential to my area of expertise. I can take a few pretty good educated guesses, but it's a little kind of a left turn from what I usually deal with.
Wow, that blows me right the fuck away. That it's such a finely tuned expertise that if it's a chest and not a box, you're just like, sorry, my expertise is no longer applicable.
Yeah,
the field of box study is wide and broad, and there's just so much to learn in it that it takes a lot of time to focus on just that subject itself.
Well, so Dr. Parker, so you're saying that your expertise is sort of outside of the chest area. If you were to venture a guess, Alex and I have high hopes for this thing, and only because we found it in such a strange manner. I'm hoping for some sort of eternal love relationship inside the box. Alex is hoping for money and power. What do you suppose, if you were to sort of take a wild stab, is inside this thing?
I did take a few intro to chest courses. It is required for the major, so I do have a few possible ideas. And so I'll just tell you one thing. I think it might be a Raiders of the Lost Ark kind of situation.
Okay.
I think if you open it, that spirits will fly out of it and they'll melt your face off. So if you do open it, make sure you kind of like open it really quick. Just like a boom, boom. Like just get a sense of it and then close it really quick.
Okay.
Right. So even though the spirits are eternal, supernatural spirits, they still are. If you open and close the box fast enough, it'll be kind of like they're just sitting and they're like, "Oh fuck! Well, I couldn't get out that quick."
Exactly, because they've probably been in there chilling for a long time. They've probably got their guard down, and they'll react slowly to the fact that the box has been opened. They won't have enough time to process that the box is opened, and they'll be able to fly out. So
Everybody needs time to get up.
Exactly.
Well, that is good information, Alex. Maybe we should just sort of carefully just crack it, if you were cracking a melon open or a coconut, you wouldn't want all the juice to squirt out. So, I mean, you get...
That's it's bad. The thing is that if it was juice, if this thing was filled with juice, would that be disappointing? Yeah. Would we still come out on top?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, just imagine putting a straw in that thing and sucking it dry.
And we would. But here's the thing. That's bad news. If there's bad things in there, Michael.
Yes.
Peter.
I respond to both.
Yeah, Dr. Parker, we've got 29 minutes here until potentially the end of human civilization. Is there a possibility that this is a civilization-ending event if we were to open this up and there was some sort of a creature inside?
Oh, certainly. We were all familiar, of course, with the myth of Pandora's box, and when she opened it, all of the terrible things in the world came out of the box, and she was able to close it right before the last monster got out. So, that's kind of important that you be able to get it closed before that last monster, because that last one, that's the worst one. That's the civilization ender.
Okay. Now, are the night crawlers potentially in any danger here?
Well, if it's the whole world.
Sure. I think we're getting back into my area of expertise here. If you're inside of a box, like a nice sturdy steel box or a concrete box, you might be able to ride out the ensuing apocalypse.
Now, some people are sort of mocking the box and sort of claiming that it doesn't look like it's like a big deal. Dr. Watney says she thinks that looks like the box came from Michael's craft store. Which I'd like to see her try and open this thing and get blasted in the face by a freaking Class 4 phantasm.
I would definitely recommend against taunting the box, because if there is something evil in there, they're going to come for you first.
Okay. That is actually very helpful. Weenus Grabber posted a novel here in the chat and says, what if the box contains a videotape that shows an alternate reality Dark of the Night show where the box actually does contain $1 billion in between two dolls that closely resemble Alex and Eric? And what if the videotape ends with that alternate Alex and Eric's just laughing and rolling around in the money? What if it also revealed that the amulet around Eric's neck actually did keep him from turning into a Sasquatch?
A bunch of different questions in there.
There's a lot of what ifs.
Here, man.
What if the moon were made of cheese?
That would be so fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Matt967 says, why do you guys assume you can just open the box chest with no problem? That thing could be sealed for eternity for all you know. Well, that may be true. We haven't tried yet. It did come with, there's a key and a lock. That thing better work. Man, I would be frustrated if I couldn't get to the fucking money in there.
Dr. Parker, what if there's a split chance that this thing holds untold fortune or some sort of a spiritual connection that will last a lifetime on the one hand, and on the other, a world-destroying creature? What could Alex and I just kind of toss this thing into a river? Yeah.
Well, let me just put something past you that maybe you haven't considered yet. I want you to kind of put yourself into your childhood right now. Kind of go into your mind for a moment and just picture yourself. It's Christmas morning. You come down underneath the tree. What's under the tree? Boxes. What do you do before you open the box? you shake it. Have you tried shaking the box yet to kind of get a sense of what's in there?
No. We washed it,
We did wash it.
but we have not shaken it.
Quite
You maybe give a little.
the opposite. The opposite. We try to make sure not to bother it.
Should we give it a little?
Yeah,
Shake.
just hold it up to your head and just give it a little back and forth.
Oh, shit. Well, we did it.
Okay.
We're still alive, so
It made a shaking sound.
Okay, well, now it's probably angry if there is something in there. So I want to tell you this. In my studies, I've come across some writings describing what I believe is a kind of prayer that Catholic monks would recite in the Middle Ages when they opened the box. And so I think that if you pronounce this prayer correctly, word for word, you'll be able to secure yourself against what might be in there.
okay.
So,
I'm
are you
willing-
ready to just... Yeah?
Sorry, Mike. Peter. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah?
Let's do it.
Yeah, okay. So just repeat after me, and remember, this has to be just perfect, just perfectly pronounced. Don't mix up a word, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Lorem ipsum,
Lorem ipsum.
Laura, wait to get to
Yep.
uni-
Sure. Can we start over or no?
let's just roll with it. Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet,
Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet.
consectetur ad piscing elit.
Consectetur am piscin amet.
Did you get that? You have to get this perfectly.
We are doing it
I think
Okay.
as good as we can.
All right. Etiam non odio retrum,
Etiam
Sodio
annonium
Domini
retrum.
cras tempus rises.
cross tempest rise.
Amen.
Amen.
And that should be it. It all roughly translates to keep us safe box, but also possibly I hope there isn't plague inside. Plus it's for boxes, not chests, so it's really all up in the air whether it did anything or not.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you, Dr. Parker. This is why we have such an awesome network of paranormal experts out there, is because we have access to this sort of powerful information.
Well, yeah. Thanks again, Dr. Parker. We're gonna.
Good luck.
I feel good that I hung up on him in his last sort of 2 seconds.
Yeah, because you want to kind of better to leave him wanting more.
Yeah.
You know? Look, Nightcrawlers, we are rolling along here at we're 22 minutes out, which seems like a lifetime and like the blink of an eye simultaneously. We want to do now, we want to call some other experts.
Right. So here's earlier. I mentioned that that we were going to have to launder the law. Now, here's what I want to say. I think we better clear the air.
Sure.
About something that Dr. Parker said. Not once in his call did he mention a transcendent amount of money.
He did not say that. It was a lot about entities and, other beings, which is sort of a closer to what I was sort of thinking, but...
Well, is my faith shaken? No. That's what faith is.
Good. I mean, you're wearing all white, so it'd be weird if you didn't have faith.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm pure, I'm blessed, and I have to launder an ass load of money. because there's so much money in this box, I need to keep the feds off my fucking back. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to either going to invest in some real estate, or I am going to start an offshore bank account. One of the two. So the first thing I'm going to try is I'm going to try calling. Let's call a real estate company.
Great.
Now this is. We'll sort of see what's going on here.
Whenever we make these calls, the suspense is incredible.
Thank you for calling Sun Estates. We're unable to get to your call right
Fair.
now, but if you leave a message, we'll get back to you.
Fair. Now
You don't want to invest it in a bank that's always available.
right. Well, so. Here's what we do. Here's my idea to invest.
Great.
I have here. Wait a minute. What is it? What does this say? What is this telling me here?
And this, investing is tough, and you've got to have your ducks in a row. So it makes sense that you would kind of test out a few different places as you're trying to make it, because you'd never had a bank account, and so, I mean, you have, but.
Let's call the Disney toy store. I'm having trouble finding. I'm gonna find a different. I'm gonna find a different real estate company, and I'm coming up hard.
We're calling the Disney toy store now. I know
it's a spooktacular evening at your Disney store. Danny speaking.
it's a spooktacular evening here where I am, and I had a question for you.
Sure, what's up?
Do you have any boxes that have any kind of like a jewelry box or something you could sort of keep some sort of entity or some sort of not an entity, something valuable in? Is there any kind of ornamented box that you have?
Let me take a quick look around. I know we tend to have more kind of jewelry boxes as we get closer to November, but we're starting to get a lot of our holiday stuff now.
Or do you have anything from but the other, what about Aladdin's lamp? Do you have anything like that, too?
That we don't. You may want to try shopdisney.com. They do have a wider selection online than we do in store.
Okay. If you could check on that jewelry box for me, that would be the tits.
Yeah, most definitely.
Thank you.
May I ask you to hold on one moment?
Okay,
thank you. 1 moment.
Now, what's good about this is he's going to find another container that if we find an entity that is something regal, royal, something big, then it's going to want to sit in, the highest artistic achievement of our time is Walt Disney and the films and the worlds he's created. So having something that is from the Disney store that this friend, this good creature could sort of mount.
Hello, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for holding. Okay, so at the moment we don't, but I did talk with my leader, and we were supposed to be getting a Belle jewelry box within the next few weeks.
Okay.
So, I would just double check maybe shopdisney.com to see if it's online yet, so you get an idea of what it looks like. But we should be getting that in store within the next week or so.
Oh, okay. That sounds awesome. I want to check back. Is your leader accepting any more followers, or is there any sort of process to join you?
Yeah. I believe we are hiring. Just come in. There's a special card that you would get. Yeah.
Oh, so you're not. You're talking about your employer.
The manager on duty.
Oh, but you called him your leader. I thought you were one of the true kind.
Yeah, so I would call back with them in a week or so if you're still looking for the jewelry box set.
Okay, we sure well, thank you.
Yeah, have a great one. Bye-bye.
We see you.
Very cool. Very successful. Now, I feel like it's an ornamental task to sort of hold it in another box, but it is thinking ahead, and I like that about you, because you're thinking, right, like, come what may from this thing, we're going to want to keep this thing.
Well, and if we become sort of supreme beings in some way, then I mean, there's nothing wrong with paying it forward on another planet. We could deposit something of great value, and then if we have unlimited means and an unlimited life, then we could potentially put another box from the Disney store with some sort of a message on another planet, and that could be a way to give.
So let's check in with our Nightcrawlers. Is he an awesome guy? He was a cool guy.
Yeah.
He was a cool guy.
Yeah. He was super cool. It was a little unclear what he was talking about, but he went and checked on the merchandise I was looking for.
Here's the thing. I'm frustrated because I really wanted to sort of get a head start on laundering the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yes, I do have tomorrow, and I will have assistance tomorrow, but here's,
There ain't, like they say, Cat Williams was...
Aloha, and thank you for calling the beautiful Hilton Hawaiian Village, Waikiki Beach Resort. For room reservations, please press 1. For tours and activities,
I like where your head's at.
press 2.
Yeah.
For restaurant reservations...
I've never been to Hawaii.
Aloha, and thank you for calling the Hilton Hawaiian Village Reservations Department. For new reservations, please press 1. For all other inquiries,
She has a
please
lovely voice.
I'm excited. I kind
Please hold.
Imagine that. To us in Hawaii.
Here we go.
Thank you for calling our reservation office. To transfer your call to the appropriate representative, please select from the following options. To make a new reservation, press 1.
I can
If
feel
you
our
have an
toes in the
existing
sand already.
For room reservations, press 1. To redeem Hilton Honors points for this reservation.
Oh.
If you're a member of our Hilton Honors
We should set up a
frequent guest program,
massage.
please enter your Hilton Honors number. If you are not a member, or if you do not have your Hilton Honors number, enter your telephone number starting with the area code, followed by the pound sign.
Can you just press
Otherwise,
0?
press star.
Well,
I
mean, they're sort of setting...
I just
I'll
picture...
get someone to help you.
I'm just
Transferring
picturing
you
us
now.
body surfing
To ensure quality, this call may be monitored or recorded.
and wearing pineapples.
Please stay on the line for a brief 2-question survey. about
Pineapples
your
over
experience
our
today.
you-know-whats, you know?
Hi, thank you for calling Hilton Hawaii Village, Honolulu. This is Bree at Hilton Reservation, and who do I have the pleasure of assisting?
Hey, this is Alex Myers calling from
Hi.
Queens, New York, and I'm planning a trip to Honolulu. And I'm sort of considering my lodging options. It's probably, I'm about here, a little bit of backstory. I am about to come into just to sort of explain, you'll understand why it needs backstory once it gets to my reservation. I'm about to come into a very large sum of money, and I don't want to. Basically, I would like to be able to check into a hotel for an extended stay while I sort of go different places and find out what to do with the money. So what I was thinking is if I could, is that something you offer? Could I do an extended stay there under a certain identity or under my name?
What were the arrival and departure date you're looking for?
The date? Well, let's see. I mean, man, if this goes well, I'd be flying tomorrow night. Let's say Friday. Friday through, man, I'm just sort of gaming this out in my head. I mean, I'm gonna have sort of infinite resources. Let's start with a month.
Okay. Okay. And how many adults and children in the room?
However many you want.
Yeah. So Sorry, that was my friend. Yes, there will be others joining me from time to time, but I will be the sole. I will be the sole proprietor. It'll be.
Okay.
I'll be sort of like I'll be king of the roost.
Okay. Alrighty. So looking for a 30-night stay
with option to extend.
Got it. Okay. Now, our location doesn't have availability for the 30-night stay. However, our next Hilton property, the Embassy Suites by Hilton Honolulu location does, and I can go ahead and check there and get those rates. It's on 201 Beach Walk Street. Let me go in and check that out for you. And because there may be others joining from time to time, are we looking for a king suite or a 2-queen?
The king suite. Man, but that sounds fine, and that sounds fine. I am just to, and if this doesn't change anything, it's fine. But it really is. It's a lot. It's going to be a lot of money. So I don't know if that I've never had this. Sorry to be gauche, but I've never had this much money before, so I don't know if that sort of changes the rules of what rooms are open. And if this doesn't sort of change anything, that's fine. We can just move on.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. We have several rooms available. I can share a little bit. Maybe because it's such a long stay, you'll probably want a more spacious room that you can stretch out a little bit more in. And I can give you a few of those options. Just one moment.
Well, let me do this. This sounds very promising. I'm going to text you my number now so that you can give me the call back. So I'm texting this. I'll text 808-949-4321.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't have a callback number. I'm not sure if that would go through.
I'll go ahead and text, and you will have my number.
And see if there's any excursions.
They're gone.
Is it? Oh.
Well, I am. Well,
man. We learned a couple things there.
Man,
oh man.
What a life!
What a life we're gonna have!
What a life! I'm jet setting.
Money talks and BS walks is what they say.
I need to stretch.
That was case in point. Yeah, Honolulu, here we come. The wine's so fine, I'm drinking it twice.
Man, sorry, just sort of, that was a big tangent.
That was a big time.
Big tangent. I feel good.
Yeah.
Now I'm stationed. I got 30 days starting Friday to go around the island.
Yeah, and I'll stay somewhere.
Oh, man.
Maybe I'll stay there.
Hey, man, you saw what happened when I sort of
flashed it.
Yeah.
You could flash. Yeah, I'm gonna flash my money.
And
too.
So let's check in with the night crawlers.
Okay, guys, we are on the gravy train here soon.
Damn.
We're gonna have friends and money.
6 minutes. Jesus.
6 minutes, folks, until all of our dreams come true.
Oh man.
It's like you know what I feel like? I feel like Eminem. You know, dude. If you only had one shot, would you take it? Do not miss your chance to blow. If opportunity comes once in a lifetime. What would you do? Stan, I'm your biggest fan.
Count me in. I was going to say, when it said, what would you do? I was going to say, count me in.
Yeah.
Man. I want to take. We're about 5 minutes out.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes out. We're 5 minutes out from kind of like the lunar landing.
I guess here's what I want to do. We talked about this earlier. And we know it's probably not going to happen. But if we die because of what's in the box, we should sort of say a quick last will and testament.
Okay.
And I feel like it
is kind of a downer.
Yeah, it is. I wish I would have forgotten about that.
But I guess it is the wise thing to do. Should we flip for it?
Who goes first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Call it in the air.
Heads.
Tails.
Wait, so what is that? Wait, we didn't establish what the rules meant. Does that mean I go or not
lose.
go?
It means I don't know. I think it
means I don't go first.
Okay, well. People of Earth, I don't have any living relatives, and I don't have anyone. So I bequeath my car, my papers, my shoes and my clothes, and the email address that I've kept all incalculable number of documents related to the paranormal. I bequeath my Steely Dan bootleg albums and the Primus t-shirt that I got from Lollapalooza in 99. I bequeath those things to just whoever finds my body. That person can have all that stuff, as long as they don't desecrate it. So,
man, I was hoping that I was hoping it would never cut to my angle. This is tough. Well, first of all, I don't believe that I will die because of what's in this box. I think that there's a completely crazy amount of money in it. But let's forego that for a second, and we'll I don't know. I'll pretend that this is my last will and testament. Kids, you've taken everything, and now I'm gone. I was destroyed doing what I loved, and you were hundreds of miles away, sitting, and you were just eating popcorn, wearing your socks, and probably running up your mom's wooden stairs, and you were making the sounds that socks make on wooden stairs when you're just running up the stairs really fast. Probably to get one of your game systems, bring it downstairs and plug it into the many HDMI ports on your 4K TV. Well, let me tell you something. I got the better deal, fuckers. You shitheads. And tell Mom that I'm glad I died because of a chest being opened. That's what I wanted.
We are 1 minute away from Boogie Down Productions. And what I mean by that is opening the box.
Wow.
We're doing it!
Wow. Wowie, wow.
Like Michael Jackson says, we're smooth criminals.
Wow. So, guys, it's been so cool. I mean, it's been so cool being what we were. We will be completely different. Everything will be different soon.
That's right.
Jesus Christ.
But, keep us to this, because once we're hanging out with, millionaires and billionaires, we have a tendency to forget about you guys, but we will not. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here, let's open it. Okay, sit back, because we don't want this thing. Okay, ready?
Okay, guys.
Here we go. Wait. Why is there more time on the clock? Oh, is it counting up? Okay, who cares? Ready? Here we go.
That was weird. Wait, what am I doing over? Fuck you.